People with depression are searching for answers. Isolation, fear, hopelessness are all part of the journey, which can leave patients feeling overwhelmed, especially when treatment options fail. Research shows that with each new medication, the chances of feeling better decrease. Only 6.9% of people on their fourth medication actually feel better, and the chances of stopping medication because of side effects go up. If antidepressant medications have not worked for you or a loved one, it's time to tap into a new possibility for depression. This is NeuroStar, an advanced way to treat depression. Depressed brains have less activity in and fewer connections between key areas, including areas that control mood. NeuroStar is a safe, effective, FDA-cleared treatment that stimulates the brain to help relieve depression symptoms. How does NeuroStar work? In this short, in-office treatment, a cushioned coil is precisely positioned on the head. NeuroStar therapy is delivered directly to the part of the brain associated with depression at the correct therapeutic location and depth each and every time. Magnetic pulses, similar in strength to an MRI, electrically activate precise regions of the brain. These electrical impulses travel through brain circuits, delivering their therapeutic effect, strengthening connections. This increases the release of neurotransmitters, activating areas of the brain that affect mood and relinking networks between regions of the brain. Over a full course of treatment, over 100,000 pulses are delivered. Studies have shown this pattern of repeated stimulation can promote neuroplasticity, which is the brain's ability to adapt and change, and contributes to the treatment's long-lasting effects. For optimal results, it is important to complete the full 7-week course of treatment, which consists of 36 20-minute sessions 5 days per week. Does it hurt? Most patients say a NeuroStar treatment feels like tapping on the outside of the head. Patients are fully awake and alert during the treatment and able to resume normal activities immediately after. NeuroStar does not have the common systemic side effects seen with antidepressants. The most common side effect is temporary pain or discomfort at or near the treatment site during the TMS treatment, and this usually subsides after the first week of treatment. Does it work? NeuroStar is the market leader in clinical practice with published long-term results. In a clinical study, 83% of patients experienced meaningful reduction in depression symptoms, and for 62% of patients, their depression effectively went away. NeuroStar is indicated for major depressive disorder and is now also indicated for anxious depression and obsessive-compulsive disorder. It is the #1 TMS choice of providers and is covered by most insurance plans. With transformative therapy, results like these are possible, giving patients the possibility of tomorrow. Tap into the possibility of NeuroStar. Ask your doctor about NeuroStar or visit neurostar.com.
I've been battling depression for quite some time. It's just been really frustrating. I've tried numerous procedures, I've gone to different types of therapy, and yeah, it's been quite a very exhausting journey. I was very hesitant at first. I looked online and I looked up Dr. Vicky and I looked up Embracing Life online, and I saw that you guys were basically the only ones that actually did this treatment in the area, so that was pretty surprising. I definitely feel a difference, and I have recommended this to other people, and I would definitely recommend anybody who is frustrated with, trying to manage their anxiety and depression, to definitely look into it and see if it's right for them. This has been so beneficial. Everybody here has been amazing. Dr. Vicky's staff has just been rock stars. They accommodated my crazy schedule, or if something came up, and you grow, these relationships with people because you see them so often for 30 days, and so you just get really close with everybody here. My husband has noticed that I'm very much engaged in daily activities. I I don't just trudge through my daily activities. I'm more engaged and I'm more excited about doing things. I would say that I am very much more hopeful for the future, and I'm excited to get back to school and actually do the things that I want to do. I feel like I have more energy and more focus to do these things, whereas before it just felt like I was just so exhausted and tired every day, and I was just dragging myself along, just trying to get over that next hump. I would definitely say to anybody that's struggling with depression and anxiety and they're not happy with their current treatment, I would say that you definitely need to look into other providers and look into TMS. I'm glad that I took the chance. I'm glad that I came through this and saw it through, and I didn't give up.
Last year, with the decision between my wife and I to get a divorce, I was eager to find some kind of solution that was permanent and would alleviate the need of continued medication if possible. Came upon the TMS treatment, and it's been great. There's really not a way to put into words how comfortable and welcome that you guys made me feel, and I mean that honestly. Only positive things to say. I would definitely recommend TMS. There has been not only a significant change in the elimination of depression and anxiety, but just overall mood of everything has improved. For me, it has produced tangible physical results in the way I think and the way I handle things. I spend most of my time around my coworkers and some friends because I don't have family very close by, and especially the coworkers have noticed and told me that they've seen a definite change in my reactions to things, my overall mood, in the sense that I'm happy again. It's given me the opportunity to approach relationships with people differently, and that is definitely going to be a plus in the future. The best advice I can give you is an old adage: leave no stone unturned. You have to take charge of your mental health and become part of your solution. Try different things. Don't get discouraged. Keep moving forward, and you will find what works for you.
See now that it started when I was probably 3 or 4 years old. I always thought there was something wrong with me all throughout school, and then when I got into high school, it became so unbearable that I finally reached out for help, and that's when I started seeing a therapist and started antidepressants. After high school and into my 20s, I started self-medicating, and then when I got into my 30s, I realized that wasn't helpful at all, so I again got back into therapy and tried some antidepressants. The medications helped me to find some clearness, to feel more centered and steady so that I could work through all of the trauma that I needed to work through. I realized that if you can get to the root of what's causing the depression, if you can examine your beliefs and the way of thinking about things, if you can change your perspective, then it can literally change your life. And medications were important in that, but also medications have a lot of terrible side effects. So I wasn't sure if, how NeuroStar, how the TMS was going to benefit me at all. And it was great. I would leave every morning after my session, I would leave feeling great, feeling relaxed and centered, and you guys were fantastic. Always professional, very courteous and warm, and I look forward to seeing you every day. It's been more than 6 months since my last treatment, and I still feel there's like 80 to 90% reduction in my anxiety level. My best friend told me that I was literally glowing And everyone's commented on my improved self-confidence and my lowered anxiety. I have less stress. It's different now. I feel like I am more capable. I'm more able to recognize these negative thought patterns, and I'm able to deal with them better. I feel like medication works better, therapy is better. My advice would be to find a great therapist. Do the work that's required so you can get to the root of what's causing your depression and handle it. And definitely be open to trying different medications to find something that will work for you, if that's right in your treatment plan. And I would say if you have the opportunity to have TMS, absolutely do it.
Years ago, I have a history of childhood sexual trauma, and when that was brought up and came to life, it launched my depression journey. TMS was a light at the end of the tunnel for me. It was an option that I could consider when other things weren't working the way they should. I would thoroughly recommend TMS to anybody that's been battling depression and not getting the results that they know they can. Because the team here at Embracing Life, it's amazing. You feel comfortable, you feel heard, which sometimes when you're dealing with invisible illnesses, you feel alone. And Embracing Life doesn't make you feel alone. It makes you feel like there is a team of people that are willing and able to help you in any way that they can. You have to try it. It's something that, you know, it's kind of annoying having to come in Monday through Friday every day for 6 weeks, but it works. So I would suggest to anybody that's struggling that they try it. Oh, I feel great. And let me tell you something, someone to say that in the outside world is nothing. We all say we're great all the time. But those of us that deal with depression, we don't get to say, I'm great. What I see for my future, it's kind of heavy, but I actually see a future. I don't always see a future when I'm battling. So to be able to feel like I have cool things to look forward to in my life, that's an amazing, amazing feeling.